Jack Dorsey is famously the CEO of Twitter and Square. Will Jack Dorsey be the most successful dual CEO in history, even more successful than Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett? Or will the price of Bitcoin dip, causing investors to seize Jack's offices with pitchforks and torches, tearing down his kingdom? Lamar Wilson, your thoughts on the future of Jack Dorsey?
I think the Bitcoin price won't have that much of a say so on Jack Dorsey and what he's doing at those two locations, because he hasn't taken a huge amount of risk when it comes to what's going on at like Cash App and Square. I think it was like 1% of his treasury or something like that. He didn't commit a lot of his treasury to it, so I don't think that's going to stop him. But yeah, I mean, he is definitely like doing a good job running both of these companies from I guess from a social standpoint. I mean, I don't know the numbers of Twitter or Square to understand from a business standpoint. I don't really follow the companies that well, even though I do own Square stock, but I've been owning it for a while. So I am a shareholder, but I just hold on to it because I feel like, Square knows. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. I've been holding that for a very long time. But yeah, so yeah, I think I don't know. He's a really cool guy, really dope dude. And I think him even thinking about Bitcoin in the way he does is what I think more CEOs that say they like Bitcoin, they need to start putting their money where their mouth is, like he's doing, and he's starting this new business. So yeah, I appreciate that. But outside of that, I don't know if he's gonna be better than Bezos or whatever. Who knows?
Jack Dorsey not in trouble, but Michael Saylor better watch out. Josh Segala.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's weird seeing these like super uber elite in terms of wealthy getting into this and starting to really work with it. I think it's amazing. I thought it would take longer until this happens. But Jack's been into it for a while now. He's been pushing. I think he passed the lightning torch as well. Maybe he was the one that flogged it. I don't know. Someone did. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He'll be wealthy, whatever happens.
No worries for the man in the nice sandals. Martine Wishmayer, your thoughts on the future of Jack Dorsey?
Oh, he'll do okay. I think even if he wouldn't succeed, I don't think he'll eat a lobster less or a steak less because of it. But I don't think he will be as rich as Jeff Bezos, because you have to be a bit of a, this dickhead CEO, like like the Apple guy, and then Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, like prevent people from joining a union. And I think Jack Dorsey is not like that. He's more like the hippie approach. I don't know any of them, but this is like, what I see in the media. I think, Jack is more like the relaxed guy. And, he didn't, I don't know whether Lamar or you said it, like 1% of his assets went into like crypto. I think this is a pretty smart move. It's an asymmetric risk. The risk of everything going down the drain would mean that he loses 1%, but the chances are much higher that it will fly. So the risk is the returns are asymmetric. So there's a good chance that he'll make a lot of money on this. And I think it's good that he's like open sourcing it. And a lot of times people think that you can't make money on open source, but that's not entirely true. If you plan it carefully, you can make money off open source. Like, the General Pies platform is, for the largest part, open source. It means that anybody can create their wallets and exchanges and everything. But still, we are the ones making the ATMs. Same thing for Red Hat. You can install Red Hat Linux on any PC and it's free. But if you want to have enterprise support, that's where you start paying. So there is business in open source. And I think it would be a really smart move from Square to like open source this. Also open source the title. I think this is just the most, even more than this Cash App or this point of sale. There's no money in point of sale. So, but there is a streaming media. And if this is the way of the future, where you just pay your favorite artist. Just send them some sats while you're listening automatically. This is fantastic. This would totally change the music industry. And I think he's onto something there. So yeah.
You know,
Jack
one thing,
will do
if I
well.
can add to that, is that you know, I really, you know, everyone's celebrating like Michael Saylor buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and of course that, wow, yeah, great, good on you. But I like the fact that really you should put a little bit of money into some of the developers and develop on Bitcoin. That will do a lot more for your investment than just piling more money into it and letting everyone else, sort of like a free rider approach of like, oh, well, we're just going to ride on everyone else's hard work and profit from it. You know, I think it's, you know, companies like ours and the work you've been doing, General Bytes, and the work that Lamar does, and, you know, we're all putting value into the system. Of course, you know, Michael Saylor is talking about it and is always on the radio and stuff as well, but his resources are vast. And it would be great if they just chucked, you know, a few $1 million at certain developments in the space that are needed. That would be great. So seeing DeFi come to Bitcoin is a really great development. I'm just really looking forward to it. There is already things like of course the guys from Latin America. What's the protocol that's sidechained on Bitcoin? It's slipped my mind now, but that's also a smart contract built on Bitcoin.
Counterparty?
Well, not Counterparty. Anyway, it's slipped my mind.
RSK?
RSK, of course, of RSK, and you know, that's really cool. So I'm wondering, maybe are they going to help there? You know, help that side of the project out. I'm not sure.
Well, Jack Dorsey's been a prime Bitcoin citizen and a good example so far. I like the way he's fended off all the people who are like, why don't you add Dogecoin? Why don't you add this coin? Why don't you add that coin? He's been very good on the straightforward. Cash App is a Bitcoin app. And it's interesting to see them take that stance while Brian Armstrong's over there at Coinbase saying, we'll take any coin you got. We'll even take Dogecoin, which, you know, we called a joke and a bad investment and not safe and all those things. We're like, well, it's popular. We'll take it. Jack is the other way. He's just taking Bitcoin. So I like to see that.